Greater Wellington looks after 8 regional parks. These cover a huge area of land that stretches from Kāpiti in the north all the way down to the bottom of the North Island. There are beautiful stretches of native forest within the regional parks, but much of this land had been converted to grazing for farm animals, changing the landscape and pushing out the native wildlife that once called these areas home. In 2019, after experiencing the drastic effects of climate change, Greater Wellington councillors declared a climate emergency. As part of the climate emergency, our councillors decided to phase out grazing in the regional parks and focus on restoring the land to native forests. This project is called Recloaking Papatūānuku. So far, this project has planted more than 950,000 native trees across 420 hectares. This year we'll reach 1 million trees, and we're just getting started. Greater Wellington staff could never accomplish an enormous goal like this alone. We work with community volunteer groups, with mana whenua, and with businesses, each of them contributing their time, expertise, and passion year after year. For an operation of this scale, we need a lot of plants. We purchase plants from really diverse sources, like the iwi-run nursery Otarawa in Kāpiti, from Rimataka Prison's nursery in Trentham, and from social enterprises and community nurseries around the region. For the planting, we work with mana whenua-run contracting crews, as well as community volunteer groups that are passionate about environmental restoration. This wide network of people leads to good outcomes, not just for the environment, but for the community as a whole.
It's not like it was. You can see all the reeds and rushes starting to come back. You can see the birds coming back.
The park has changed so much over the past 5 years. There were no trees there at all. It was just a ditch.
This is meaningful volunteer work. The people who retire, they come down here and it's a big moment of their lives.
Children come out here every year and do plantings for Arbor Day, and those children can come back for years, for decades to come, and show their children and their grandchildren where they planted in Queen Elizabeth Park. And it's a way of connecting them to the whenua.
Collaboration enables us to plant around 200,000 native trees every year, and we have a goal to continue planting at that rate for the next 10 years. And the success of the project is clearly visible in the parks. Park visitors can see the transition for themselves. In just a few short years, the land has changed from grazing pasture with very little biodiversity to regenerating native forests full of life. Birds are returning, water is flowing, and insects are chirping. We're just about to plant our 1 millionth tree, and with some nurturing, those seedlings will grow into self-sustaining native forests for the future generations of Aotearoa.
It's like a loop. It's like a big loop that it creates. And so if our forest is healthy, if our ngahere is healthy, our waterways are healthy, our ikawai, our freshwater fish, they're thriving, and people in general are thriving.
We are achieving Greater Wellington's vision of a thriving environment, connected communities, and resilient future by recloaking Papatūānuku.